Hi there, this is Tim from Mile High Themes, and in this video I'm just going to briefly go over how to create advanced custom page and product templates using Galleria 3.0. I'm also going to go into a little bit about how you can add some different blocks to your home page, to your product page, excuse me, so you can show additional information. And we're also going to talk about more advanced topics like using metafields to populate the same areas of product pages but have different information on each product. So for example, if you wanted to have like custom information that shows in your product page that goes beyond what's in your product description, we're going to show you how to do that too. So we're going to begin here. I'm looking at a clean version of the Galleria. It's installed on this demo store that I have. And the first thing I'm going to do is click Customize. I also have our demo store open over here so I can show you a few things as well. So I'm going to customize there too. So first of all, if we look at the demo store and we go to Pages, we're going to start there. You'll see that there are a few different custom templates that are included with the theme. So we have Lookbook, FAQ, About, and Contact. And these are templates that are included with the theme that you can just use to get you started. So you don't have to use them. If you like the way some of the pages in the demo are laid out, then you can try these out. But otherwise, they're just there for sample information. For example, if I click Lookbook, we have that assigned to a page. And you'll see that we've added a few sections to this page, including a slideshow. And then we have a gallery section. Then we have an image column section, and we have an image with text section. So those are all managed over here just like you would on the home page. And you can see those in action there. Again, if you go up here and go to Pages, you also see we have an FAQ template that just has a heading image up here, and then it has some questions and answers with an FAQ section. So again, those are just to help you get set up. And if you are installing this theme as a new theme and you go and check out these pages, you will see that if we go to Lookbook, we have all the same sections on the page. You just need to populate them with your own images and text. So that's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. That shouldn't be too difficult. But one thing I wanted to show you how to do is if you wanted to create your own sections and templates, I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the first step to do that for a page would be to go to our Pages area. So I'm going to go to Online Store and then Pages and create a new page. If you already have a page created that you're ready to do this for, then you don't need to do this step, obviously. But in this case, I'm going to click Add Page. I'm going to create a new page called New Page. And I'm just going to save that. And I'm not going to do anything else at this point. So now going back over here, I need to get to that page in order to be able to edit it. So the best way to do that is if you've got that page linked somewhere in your navigation, you can just click to it and go to it that way. But since I don't, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go in this search box and type New Page. And hopefully it'll show up. There it is. So as you can see, this page is blank. We have a header and a footer, and that's it. Because we didn't put anything in this content area, there's nothing to show. So I'm going to not have anything in the content area, and in fact, I don't even want to see that. So I'm just going to click this little I next to the page content, and then that gap disappears. So now I'm going to add a couple of sections. I'm going to add a slideshow, and I'm going to add a collection list. And I'm not going to go into a great amount of detail in populating these because I'm sure you know how to do that. It's pretty easy. You just click on these blocks and change the settings over here, add your images and that sort of thing, just like you would on the home page. So let's just add one more section. How about let's see, let's add a gallery. There that is. And then we'll add how about a video? So we're all set. We'll take the time to populate this, and we're happy with this page. But now if we save this, it's going to overwrite the default page template, and we don't want that. So that would mean that every new page we create in Shopify is going to have all of these sections on it, including all the same images and everything we've selected and set up in here on every other page. So we want to save this as a new template. So what I'm going to do in order to do that is to go to Pages and click Create Template. And I'm just going to call this Exciting New Page. And this Based On option will allow you to choose a template that already exists that you want to base it on. So for example, if you loaded a page that had a lookbook and you liked the way that looked but just wanted to change a few things, then you could do this Based On lookbook, and it would take all of the sections in the lookbook and give you that as your starting point, so you wouldn't have to add all those sections in. But for now, I'm just going to base it on default page and click Create Template. So now you'll see that this is listed as Exciting New Page, and I'm going to save that. So right now you see that it switched to the About Us page, and we're previewing the About Us page in this new template. So this isn't the page we wanted to edit, but that's okay. It doesn't matter which page we edit. We just need to go back over here now into our new page. So we've got this new page here, and I'm going to refresh this so this list updates. And now I'm going to select this Exciting New Page template and save. So now this page and this page alone is using this Exciting New Page template. And if we view the page, then you see all those sections that we added on here. So that's how you would create a new template. So every other page that you just create in here is going to, by default, just have this default page template. But let's say that you wanted to have 3 different pages that were using this Exciting New Page layout. But the problem is, if you assign all of those pages to this Exciting New Page template, then they're all going to have the same images. This information is all going to be the same on all of the pages. So you need to create a duplicate for your page templates for each individual page, just like I did before. So that's something to keep in mind. Now we'll talk about product pages. So product pages are handled in pretty much the same way. We have a few different product templates here that we've created that you can use. So for example, if we look at our demo and we go to a product page that's using one of our custom templates, like this landing hero page, for example, you can see that we have this large hero image at the top with some text below, and then we have the product details. And we have a few more sections below. The default product template doesn't have anything at the top. It just has the regular product information, gallery, and purchasing information, and then a few more sections below. So again, if we wanted to create a unique product template, we would follow those same steps. Go to Products, Create Template. We can choose which one it would be based on from this list. Give it a name, and then if we wanted to assign a product to that, then we would go back into the product area, go to the product, and choose the new template we created down here from this list. So similar to the pages though, we have the issue where if we assign this same template to multiple products, all of the sections and everything are going to be the same on all of those products. So the only thing that would be different would be, let's go to a product here in our demo. So obviously this information would change depending on which product you're on, the gallery and this purchasing information, but all of these sections would be the same on all of the product pages for everyone that you've assigned that product template to. So there are ways around that. where you can have a unique and advanced product page layout that you can have different, you can have it so they all have the same layout with the same sections. But if you wanted to change the images and text, then we can set that up too. And I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. So that's basically a brief overview of how to set up product pages. Now you can do this the same as you did with the pages and just create a unique product template for every product if you want. So if you have 15 products in your store and you want them to all have different layouts and different sections with different text and that sort of thing, then you can certainly do that by just following those same steps to keep duplicating, creating new templates, and assigning each of your products to a unique template. So I could create a template here called keyring if I wanted to, so I knew it was for the keyring product, make all the changes I want and save, and then go to my products and find the keyring and assign that template to it, and then just do that same thing for all the products. But if you generally want to have the same look for all of your product pages, there's ways to do that using metafields. So let's say we were pretty happy with this product page layout, where it's pretty basic. This is the default product layout that comes with the theme. But we just want to be able to, let's say, change, like this locally made information is probably okay. It's kind of global. Everything we make is in San Francisco, for example. So we don't need to change this. But we do want to be able to change this text and this image over here. So how we would do that is we can use metafields to do this. So metafields are basically just custom data that you can store in Shopify. And then you can apply metafields to this information and populate them on your product pages. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If we look at, I'm going to go back to my demo page here, and I'm going to go to a default product page. And to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and create a duplicate of this template. So I'm going to go to products. I'm going to click create template, and I'm just going to call this testing metafields. I'm going to base it on the default product and create template. So now this Bolt briefcase product looks like a good thing for us to test. So I'm going to go back in here and find that product, Bolt briefcase, and I'm going to assign this new template that I created to it. So it's called testing metafields. Save. So that's now saved, and now I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to reload this just to be safe, make sure everything's up to date. And then again, so we're already in the testing metafields product. We're on the Bolt briefcase page. So again, assume this was that picture of San Francisco and the text, and we don't need to change any of this. This can be the same for every one of our products that have this particular template. But this section, we want to have unique text over here and a unique image on every product page. So in order to do that, the first thing we need to do is create some metafields for those. To do that, I'm going to exit out of here in a new tab, and then I'm going to go to Settings, and there's a new field here called Metafields. You see we have 0 definitions for anything in here. So for products, I'm going to go ahead and create one. So I'm going to create a new definition. I'm going to call this, so again, what I'm doing here is I'm going to create some unique information for heading text, this text, and this image. Those are the 3 things that we need metafields for, because that information is going to change on each product page. So back over here, I'm going to call this heading. Heading. And then this description field is just optional for your own use. So we'll call it heading on image with text section. And then we choose the content type, and we just need this to be text because we're just adding some heading text. It can be single line text because it should just be a word or 2. You can choose some options for validation and how long it should be and that sort of thing, but that's really all we need to do. Click Save. So now I'm going to add another one. This one is going to be it's going to be this bit of text here. So I'm going to call that description text. Choose that. And then the description text in the image with text section. Again, you can call these whatever you want. You can even leave that blank. Click select content type. We're going to choose text. We'll make this multi-line since we have a little bit larger amount of text in here. Save. So now we need to add one more for the image. So we'll call this image. And we'll call this image for image with text section. Now we're going to choose file. And we're going to make sure that we only accept images, otherwise you could have all kinds of different file types in here. So we'll choose file and we'll make sure that it only can be an image, and we click save. Okay, so we've created the 3 metafields we need for this section. So now when I go to populate this section, again, I'm still in the testing metafields template. This is the image with text section that we're going to edit. So I click that and I can choose these options as normal. Over here, you see this little dynamic source button that appears. So if I wanted this image to be static on every product page, I could just select an image like I would here. But I want this to be a different image on every product page. So I'm going to click this Connect Dynamic Source. And we can see there's the image metafield right there. So that's the one I just created. That's the only one that shows up here because this is actually an image field. So that's the only one that can be an image. So I'm going to click that and click Connect. So now you see we have a dynamic source here connected with image. And you can edit the metafield right from here if you need to. So nothing happened here, right? Because we haven't assigned an image to it yet. So now, over here, back on the image with text, that's this heading right here. Again, I could just type this in right here, but that would apply to every product that uses this template. So I want to connect a dynamic source. So I'm going to choose, these are the ones that are the options. So some of these are predefined by Shopify, like title would be the title of the product, vendor would be the vendor of the product. If we click add metafield here, sorry, I've already added the metafield. So the one I want is title, or no, the one I want is heading, I'm sorry. I created this heading metafield, so that's the one I want. And it disappears because it isn't populated yet. And now this text box right here, I'm going to click this again, and I'm going to choose description text. And insert. And it's got some default text in there, which is why it's showing. So now I'm going to save this template. So now how do I populate these? That's the question, right? So I need to go back to my products now. So I'm going to close out of this, and I'm going to go to products. Then I'm going to go to the Bolt briefcase. And you'll see at the bottom now, there's these new metafields here. There's image, description, text, and heading. So for this particular product, I'm going to say, the heading is San Francisco Original. And then I'll put description. The Bolt briefcase is an exceptional bag for travel. Okay, and then for the image, let's just pick an image. This looks good. Let's just select that one. So now I've populated the metafields just for this Bolt briefcase product. Then I'll save that. And now let's go ahead and view this. So we still have this that we haven't set up. And there is our custom text heading. And, oh, okay. So this is a good thing. We've got all that original text that was in there by default, plus the text that we typed in here. So let's fix that. That's because all of this text is still in here. And then at the end of it, it added my dynamic source, which is the description text. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that out. So just the description text is in there, and save. And now we can just see right here, we've got our custom image over here. We've got our custom heading and our custom text. So now we could apply this testing metafields template to any product we want. We would have this same layout. This image and text would be static and everything else below because we haven't done anything else. But we would be able to add those custom metafields to populate this text and this image. Hopefully that makes sense. So just to reiterate the process, since I know this can be a little bit complicated, we'll set it up on one more product. So I'm going to go to a product page in here. Actually, no, I'm going to go to another product in here because I need to assign that template. So let's assign it to this Airporter carry-on bag. I'm just going to select testing metafields in here and save. So now if I preview this product, you'll see this area again is here, it's static. This area is blank because it doesn't have any metafields yet. So back in this Airporter product, I just have to go down here and populate these metafields again. This is the Airporter, some cool description text, and an image. Let's choose, oh, I don't know, how about this one? And we're done. Save. And now we'll view that. And there it is. So that's how you can use dynamic sources and metafields to populate the same sections on multiple pages. So the final topic of this video, I'm going to talk about populating some of this information over here on the product page and how we can populate some information there that can be unique or the same. And it's a similar concept to what we've just done. So if we look at our product information, you can see there's all these blocks up here. So you basically have full control over what appears on the right side over here. If for some reason you wanted to hide the product title, you could do so. Let's say that you had a large hero image up here, like in some of those demos I showed you that already had the product title, so you don't need to show the product title down here too. So that would be one way you could do that in one instance where it would make sense. A text block. You could add some text here if you wanted to, like below the title, and it would appear here. We don't have anything in there. See, there's a dynamic source set up to product subtitle. I think we already did that in this demo, which is why it's showing up in there. But if you didn't need like a subtitle for a product, then you could just hide this section. We've got the price, we've got the variance, stock status, buy buttons, of course, pickup availability. So if this product was able to be picked up from your local store, it would appear here. And then the product description. One thing I should note about this product description is you can turn this read more feature on and off. So if you have a long description like this, you can click that read more link and turn that on and off. And it will just add this read more so it doesn't take up so much space. You've got sharing information, shipping information, and about us. So these are accordions, and those are some blocks that you can add. There's quite a few different blocks to choose from here. So you could have line separators. You could create a pop-up, which would be like a size chart or something if you want. You could add a line separator. There's the ability to add a custom image down here, custom HTML. and that. So we've got these two accordions here, shipping information. So if I click shipping information, you can see that we've got the heading shipping information and we've got some text in here. So this accordion will now appear on every product page with this text in it. But we could do the same thing with the metafields. Create some new metafields if we wanted to have unique content for this area. So let's say we wanted to have technical specs for just this particular product. We could add another accordion here. Call it tech specs. And you'll see that it appears right there. We could type it in here, but that would be the same for all products that are using this testing metafields. Or we can apply a dynamic source just like we did before. So to remind you, we just go back to settings, metafields, go to products, add a definition, text specs. Description seems pretty self-explanatory, so I'll leave that blank. And then this just can be some text, probably multi-line text. Save. So now back over here, we could connect that dynamic source, text specs, insert, and save. So now you can populate a metafield that populates a text specs dropdown on every page. So I know that was a lot, and I appreciate you spending all the time to watch this video. Hopefully it was really helpful for you. If you have any questions about this or anything else about the theme, please reach out to us on our support site. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a great day.